Today in my devotions I read Psalm 22. Now this is a psalm that refers a lot to what Jesus is going to go through when he comes. Of course, this was many years before he actually came, so it's kind of a foretelling of what he was going to go through. And in this psalm, in verse 8, it says this: "Turn him over to the Lord, let him save him, let him rescue him, because he delights in him." You see here, this is not an honest statement. This is a sarcastic statement. This is a statement that's being made by those that were, against this particular guy, and in our reference to Jesus, what he went through, he was being mocked. This is a sarcastic, this is a mocking thing. This was not an honest statement. But as I read this, I was thinking, even though the people that made this statement, they were looking at it from a negative point, thinking, this God, he doesn't know what he's doing. This God can't do anything. Just go to him and just see what happens. You're going to find out. That basically was their attitude. But I was thinking, as I read this, that should be my attitude. My attitude should be, I want to be with God. I want to be in his hands. When I'm going through the hardest things in my life, when I'm being persecuted the most, when I'm going through the hardest struggles, whether it's health, whether it's financial, I don't want to depend on other men and women. I want to depend on my God. I want to depend on the creator of the universe. I want to depend on the one that sent his only son to die for my sins. I want to be in his hands. Yes, it's true. Because of my sin, because of the stupid things I've done, I may have to suffer the consequences in his hands. I may have to be punished. I may have to be disciplined. It's not like it's going to be all a bed of roses, but at least I know this fact to be true. He will be fair. He will be just. His judgment is going to be pure. His judgment is going to be out of love. His judgment is going to be to try to lead me to the place that I should be, which is a relationship closer to him, being more like Jesus. We should desire to be in the hand of God in our worst times, in our worst situations. We should not fear him. We should not fear his judgment. We should not fear his punishment or discipline. We should look for it because we know it's out of love and for our best interest, for his glory and his honor.